You know customer feedback data is a goldmine for insights, but the issues you face are many and varied. You don't have the time or patience to manually read through each individual piece of feedback. Even if you did, it would be impossible to code that data without introducing human bias based on what you know you need to look for. Your organisation has access to a great wealth of customer data from multiple sources, but isn't fully utilising it. Qualitative, open-ended, unstructured data just seems hard to quantify and report at scale without random sampling. You feel like you're just scratching the surface of how deep and meaningful your insights can get. The way leading customer insights teams are solving this problem is with technology. When technology does the heavy lifting, you're free to do what you do best, digging deeper into the data to find actionable insights that move the needle for your organisation. To understand this problem better, let's look at this bank's NPS analysis project. The original dataset was a CSV containing both structured and unstructured qualitative and quantitative data. This bank uses Qualtrics Text IQ, which is already highlighting a few issues, one of which is loans. This is a useful starting point for our analysis, but what is required is a level of granularity that doesn't come from CX tools like Qualtrics, InMoment or Medallia. Executives have also been aware for some time customers are switching to competitors, and this represents a cost for the bank. With thousands of open-ended responses from the latest NPS survey alone, the bank's insights team is facing the nightmare scenario of spending weeks living inside spreadsheets looking for a needle in a haystack. What is it about loans that's driving customers away? Instead of reading through thousands of survey responses over the next several weeks, we're going to use Kapiche to get those granular insights faster than with manual coding. With Kapiche, you can pull data from multiple sources: Qualtrics, Medallia, social media, product reviews, call transcripts from support platforms. The possibilities are endless. If you can get it into a spreadsheet, Kapiche can make sense of it for you. We'll use the storyboard to automatically get a high-level overview of all the main themes from this NPS survey. It gives us a map of what customers are saying without having to manually read through all of them. For context, there are 1,056 individual responses, 164,226 words, and 872,940 characters in this one survey. If you were to read through it all at 100 words per minute, it would take approximately 27 hours. Kapiche analysed everything in just 1 minute, 11 seconds. From the storyboard, you get an understanding of which themes are more prominent than others based on word size. You also see the semantic relationship between themes, not to mention a nice visualization for your next executive report. Fees stands out to us because we know it's related to loans. By clicking on fees, we can immediately see customers have quite a negative experience. From here, we can measure sentiment and NPS promoters, passives and detractors. We also get visibility into the impact fees is having on overall NPS. If these issues around fees were resolved, we'd expect overall NPS to improve by a similar amount. So now we know there's an issue with fees, but rather than make assumptions about what these issues could be, let's use the context network to explore this theme in greater detail. As you can see, there's a semantic relationship with a number of things, but the word late has caught my attention. We want to know what's going on with late fees, so let's add late to this search. I'm also curious to see what is going on at the individual response level. I'm just going to sample a few at random. It's clear that customers think the bank is overzealous about charging late fees and doesn't seem to care it's driving NPS detractors. To dig into this a little further, let's save this query by including fees and late to the search results, then give it a name. There's no limit to how many queries you're able to save, and each will show up on the dashboard visualization. To have a closer look at this, let's now head over to the dashboard. This is where you find the real actionable insights. Here you can leverage the structured part of your dataset to slice and dice the data any way you can think of using filters and segmentation. If I want to know which demographics are having the biggest issue with late fees, this is actually where I'd go to get that answer. Maybe late fees are an issue for male, high-income households on the East Coast. Here is where you'd also monitor trends over time and get a deeper understanding of when this first became a problem and how successful CX initiatives have been to improve the overall experience for each identified issue. As you can see, we've been able to dig deep into these issues in minutes, without spending hours reading comments. Kapiche shows us everything the customers are talking about, not just the things we knew we needed to look for. Kapiche solves all the main problems top insights teams are currently facing. You can make use of both structured and unstructured data, both qualitative and quantitative, for higher quality insights. Data can be pulled from any source, such as Qualtrics, Medallia, Get Feedback, SurveyMonkey, social media comments, support tickets, call transcripts, etc. Granular insights, which are deeper and more meaningful than before, really help you move the needle on key metrics executives care about. For example, revenue growth, profitability, customer retention, etc. by understanding, at scale, the specific drivers of certain behaviour. Insights agility improves due to the fact you're answering business questions in real time, rather than spending days manually pulling together data after a meeting. Lastly, you can bring all of your insights capabilities in-house and eliminate the need to outsource any work. The easiest way to test if Kapiche works for you is to book in a time for your own personalised demo.